Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. So today, we are talking about Re:Zero Season 2, Episode 7, and both a lot and a little webtoon. I know that sounds kind of confusing, but let me just kind of explain myself here. So in the beginning of the episode, Beatrice saves Subaru, and we learn that she has been reading the Witch's Gospel, and there's a good chance that she is one of the archbishops because she has the Gospel with her. We don't know if this is 100% a fact or not, but basically she said everything that she's doing is for her. Basically meaning the witch, and Stelia, I believe her name is, and everything she's ever had a conversation with Subaru about is basically all because she read it in the gospel or some bullcrap along those lines. Beatrice, I think she likes Subaru. I think because basically Subaru was like, oh crap, you might have messed everything up. Now I can't get killed. Now I can't reset everything. This is all terrible. You know, Beatrice wouldn't let him leave, and she wouldn't let him kill himself when he broke, like, I think, a vase or something, put it to his neck. She's like, I won't let you die here. And then, ironically, 5 seconds later, Miss DeBowler lady comes in and kills him, basically, you know, that, and then resets, thankfully, in the sanctuary again, where his save point was for the third time in a row. So Beatrice might be the traitor of the mansion, which is, or she is the traitor of the mansion. She was reading the gospel, but at the same time, I think she is starting to get feelings for Subaru. She doesn't know how to process them, doesn't want to deal with them, because she can't have feelings for Subaru because he's a human. I thought that was pretty funny. She's like, you're a human, you know, I can't have these feelings for you, whatever. And when Subaru went to go hug her, she denied him. And I think she just kind of accepted Diddy Bowler going in there, killing Subaru, because basically she didn't want to deal with the feelings. So, you know, better off him being dead, and then she no longer has to deal with her relationship with Subaru anymore. I do think Beatrice and the DeBowler are two separate entities. I do not believe that the DeBowler at this point in time is working for the Witches Cult. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like they were doing it together. I think it was basically the DeBowler just running around until she got the correct door for a couple minutes, which is why they were able to have that conversation in the beginning of the episode. So that's kind of the most important thing we got out of this episode, and that's basically all you really need to know. The rest of the episode, it's not necessarily filler, but at the same time, it's kind of meh. The little girl, Ruziu, if I'm saying her name correctly, she ends up talking to Subaru, saying that Frederica actually has a different father than Garfield, which is why she's able to leave the barrier, which is basically the short answer to that, which, you know, that kills 5 minutes of the episode right there, which that is what it is. This was a very okay episode. It wasn't good. Wasn't bad. It was very, very neutral in my opinion. There was some nice moments though with, you know, Beatrice, and then him with Otto as well. So Roswell or Roswell, however you pronounce his name, that meeting never took place this time. He was going to ask him about Beatrice, what the heck was going on there, etc. But then he ended up getting caught in a conversation with Otto and Garfield basically ends up kidnapping him with Ryuzu, and that basically is what happens there. Gets tied up. 3 days pass. All the villagers and Amelia try to search for him. Amelia doesn't pass doesn't take the trial. The first day he goes missing, I believe the next day after she failed the first time. Then she took it again, failed again, and now she's on the third day of trying to take it. So, who knows? And basically Subaru was like, hey, I passed the trial, let me, you know, just keep doing with it. He told that to Garfield and Ruziu, and that's when he got kidnapped, because Garfield can smell the witch on Subaru, I guess, you know, her scent, or whatever you would like to say, and that is not good. Not good at all. Not good at all, because that means probably a lot of these half human, half animal creatures, beasts, whatever you would like to call them, can most likely do the same thing. So they think, that they kind of trust Subaru with his word of mouth, but at the same time think he's tricky, because we still don't know why the witch gave Subaru this power, why she touched his heart, as we have learned. I think it was last season that with the whole battle with Sloth, climax of that, we learned about that whole situation. But basically, Otto comes to save Subaru. Garfield finally tells Otto where he is for whatever reason, because Garfield is with Subaru. He thinks that Otto is suspicious as well, but Otto just wanted a friend. Turns out that Otto probably doesn't have a lot of friends, being the merchant, traveling all around, and Subaru had like a giant laughing thing. It was just kind of a heartfelt moment, because I think Subaru, because of the situation he's in, he doesn't think he really has any friends. He basically thinks the entire time that the only reason Otto is there is because Otto has something to gain from it. Same with Amelia, Roswell, Ram, everybody else. Well, maybe not Rem. But he thinks the only reason that Otto is there is because he has something to gain, which is not the case. And they actually are like true friends. This is like the first kind of true friendship in the series. Minus maybe him and Rem as well, because I would consider that a true friendship at this point in time too. But my guess is she is out for the bulk of the season, so who knows. We do know that the killings will not take place until Subaru gets back. So someone is clearly tracking Subaru, knows where his location is, and kind of tracks him down. And that's how everybody ends up dying. He still has 2 days at this point before he has to go back, because he knows it extends up to 5 days. Because at one point he waited 5 days before he went back to the mansion, and that's when everything went down. So he doesn't know if it's longer. It can be shorter. Doesn't matter, because the whole reset point situation of all of it. But that's basically the gist of it. So Otto and Subaru escape. It looks like they're about to leave the barrier, so who knows what's going to happen next episode. He may or may not die again for the fourth time. Hopefully fourth time's the charm in this particular situation. Which would be nice to see everybody actually live and everything work out. And I think that's what we're going to end up getting at. I think that Subaru is going to have to track down maybe a powerful swordsman before he goes back to the mansion as a precaution, because he himself, unfortunately, is not strong enough to do anything. And I don't know if we're ever going to see Subaru kind of get that physical strength aspect to him. It seems like he is more of a mentalist. He can think about a situation over and over and over again because he's living it over and over again, analyze it, and then figure out how to do it a little better each time until it finally works out in his favor. Everybody lives and the bad people die. Theoretically. But what I want to know, I think both Roswell and Beatrice are a witch cultist, but for the witch of greed and not the witch of envy. That is my guess. And so they are basically still technically witch cultists, most likely. Garfield even says that Roswell and Beatrice, he knows Beatrice, he doesn't trust either one of them. And I don't even blame him at this point in time, because everything, all these deaths that Roswell caused by not being there for people, basically, it was all to set up Amelia. So I'm wondering what he's buttering Amelia up for, because I don't trust him either at this point in time. I'm pretty confident he's got something bad going on, and he's probably going to end up having to get killed sooner or later. At least that is my general guess as what is going to happen there. What's going to happen next episode? Maybe Amelia will finally pass the trial. I could possibly see that happening. I could see Garfield is going to end up probably trying to run after Subaru. I don't know if he's able to leave the barrier or not. Obviously, he's been there forever, but maybe there's some mysterious way, or Amelia ends up beating the trial in the process of Subaru, going back to the mansion, and then Garfield goes beast mode and runs at him like 12 times normal speed that Subaru can, and catches up with him, and then ends up fighting possibly the Devourer Lady. I could see that scenario playing out. That definitely wouldn't put that against the odds for episode 8, but who knows? But I think Subaru's either going to have to pass these trials before anything happens, or Amelia. So I'm thinking the barrier has to be fully down, so that way he can get a bunch of people to come back to the house, defend it, and to take this lady down, because she needs to die. She keeps coming back out of nowhere, constantly killing people, ruining Subaru's life. That was the first time that he died was because of her. And we need to put an end to her. She needs to disappear. We need to learn why she's after them, who hired them. My guess is it is one of the other possible candidates for the crown. So it's not Amelia. I friggin' hope it's not Amelia, because what a hell of a twist that would end up being. But that is my guess, is they hired basically everybody to kill her, make Amelia alone, so Amelia doesn't have a support system anymore, and then she'll just drop out, because they don't want to kill Amelia herself. And the reason I say that is because you kill Amelia yourself, then everybody else gets investigated, and then they're going to find out who it is. You kill everybody that they love, then they just become superly, massively depressed, drop out, and don't want to deal with anything anymore, which is pretty messed up. But those are my general thoughts on that with the DeBowler woman. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Steve Gray. Let me know what your thoughts are for the next episode in the comments down below. And as always, have a good one.